Namaste ji, happy Diwali and wish you all a prosperous new year. And in this episode 5 of our 3CD MRL utility, we will today have a look at new version 2.1 of this utility, which is released yesterday, and which carries also a special feature of preparation of financial statements in your own Office Excel formats at a click of a button. And I hope it will help in a faster and cleaner and error-free preparation of financial statements in this our busy tax audit season. And for this purpose, those who have installed either version 1 or version 2 of this utility need to click for the utility updates over here, and this will prompt us to download the new updated version 2.1. For those who have not yet downloaded any version, please visit the link bit.ly/3cdmrl so that the please fill a Google form and to have a download link. So this is the downloaded file which is saved in same AY 2526 folder. Right click this file first, properties, and then click unblock over here so that the macro issues do not pop up later. Now we open this AY 2526 version 2.1 file, which is a master file, and from this master file many number of specific PAN files will be created for the purpose of preparing financial statements and other analysis of 3CD data for the specific client. Okay, so now we close this version 1 over here and start working on version 2.1. We activate this for a specific PAN first. Let's say we activate this for say business entities ABC and company, and this. Now this data is of related to business entity name, and auditor is editable later on also in the PAN specific file. So this PAN specific file is now being created, and we save this to say clients folder, and this master file will now close, and the PAN specific now file will now be open, and this would be activated for a specific PAN of the assessee. Okay, so this will log in over here, and you can see that this PAN specific file has been created. And so now we have a look at the important function of preparation of financial statements for this non-corporate entity. Okay, so for this financial statement preparations, there are 4 choices available in this utility. The first is with respect to preparation in the specified non-corporate entity formats in our honorable ICAI guidance note for 2 years by importing tally data for 2 years or trial balance data for 2 years for this client. The second option is with respect to preparation of financial statements in non-corporate entity formats for 1 year and by importing tally data of either 1 year or 2 year. And third option is with respect to preparation in vertical formats with 1 year or 2 year tally data or trial balance data. And the fourth option is with respect to preparation of financial statements in our own office format with 1 year tally or trial balance data. This option, fourth option, is we will have a look in this video in detail. So previews of all these options of financial statements are also available. You can have a preview of how these financial statements and those 2 accounts will look in every option over here. So by clicking the preview button, so now we opt for option 4, we select, and the relevant worksheets for option 4 are activated. We go to step 0 to import the financial statements in our own format. So we go to the clients folder, and what to do is that I import the financial statements for this client for the ABC and company for previous financial year 23-24. So clicking open will open the workbook, and will be prompted to select the sheets to import in the current year's 3CD MRL utility for the purpose of preparation of financial statements of 24-25. So I select all these sheets so that all set for this client remains together in a particular client specific file. So all the sheets are now imported successfully, and these are all the sheets available for preparation for 24-25. Now what we need next is the ledger data for the current year. So for this purpose we simply connect to the tally for pulling out the data from there. Now this all previous year options are all disabled because they are not required in this option. So now we move ahead to open the tally prime, and for the instructions for activating the ODBC port for the purpose of connecting to tally prime are given over here. Please follow the instructions and activate the port number in tally so that the seamless data input can be done. Okay, Okay, so we go ahead and open this particular client's company and open the tally data for this client. Okay, please ensure that the current period is 24/25 and the last date is 31st March of 25. And okay, and the port number is, by hovering on this, we know that the port number is 9000, which is also the default port number in our utility. So we first of all import these group balances, clicking button. Step 2. Then step 3, we merge these group balances. Now this prompts us that there is a accumulated profit balance of 594,327.44. Let's confirm this from the financial statements also. Yes, this is accumulated profit balance which is yet to be transferred to the proprietor's capital account. So this is correct, and so we input the figure over here. Okay, so this is closing balance is tallied for both the years. And then fourth option, previous year ledger balances, as we have discussed, is disabled. So we shift to step 5, import ledger balances. This step 7, then we merge this ledger data together. Now, this step 8 and 9 are important steps. These are with respect to handling of negatives. So negatives for profit and loss account will mean that there is a debit balance in income head, or there is a credit balance in expenses head. So we need to address that what treatment has to be given. So this is a round of ledger which is under expenses and having a negative balance. Generally we net off this with other expenses. So we select the net off. Similarly for balance sheets, this is sundry creditors under liabilities having a debit balance, and this is sundry debtors under assets having a credit balance. So generally we keep these party balances as standalone. We do not net off from other debtors or creditors. There is an option to select bulk choice also from over here. Okay, so we select standalone from over here, bulk choice, and click OK. So this balance sheet negatives are addressed. Now we can prepare the financial statement. So we move to step ahead. These financial statements are displayed over here. Now important aspect is that these financial statements are disclosed group wise. Now even in software we would have to dig down in each menu to look at the group balances, but here we can have the group wise view of financial statements. Now second aspect is that if we see that in this assets and liability sides, here on asset side there is sundry creditors under assets. Actually this is the negative balance which is shown under assets, but the head nomenclature is not proper. So let us switch the nomenclature over here. So in sundry creditors assets, okay, we has to prefer to show it under loans and advances. Okay, so better course is to apply this switch. So we select, and again similarly under sundry debtors there is a liability. That means this is again we prefer to show it under, say, sundry creditors liability. Okay, so better course is to change the nomenclature of this group also. So we show this under sundry creditors liabilities. So these two switches are to be made. We apply the switch over here. Okay, so switches are applied, and we can see over here that this sundry creditors debit balance has now converted into loans and advances assets. Okay, so we can reset the applied switches from over here, as well as whatever switches we have selected in this box can be removed, and current switches can be changed also. So now we close this form over here, and one more option in this form is with respect to selection of denomination of financial statements. We can select two decimals rounded off, hundreds, thousands, or lakhs as a denomination for financial statements. So whatever denomination we apply this choice to ledger balances. Let's say we select the rounding off as our denomination, apply this choice to ledger balances, and then this converts the ledger balances to the rounding off figure. We now close this form, and then these financial statements are now ready. Now we move to step 11 for compilation of notes related to profit and loss account. Okay. And step 12 for compilation of ledgers related to balance sheet. So this is now done, and now we move on to the our format of financial statements. Start preparation of the same. So 2025 financials again, and we change it to 2025. Year is changed, and now the method is preparation of financial statements to selection of ledgers. So for profit and loss account, we press Control Shift A over here. This is opening stock. We select opening stock ledger and click OK. The ledger is mapped over here. Similarly, we will be mapping the other these ledgers also. For purchases, say purchase tax free is mapped over here. Then oil purchase is mapped over here. We can select multiple ledgers also, and those will be totals would appear in the these columns. Okay. Now this sale account, this is cell and this is oil cell will map over here. Okay, and this is again the closing stock value. Okay, so we have mapped this closing stock over here. Now with respect to, we move here to expenses. This is salary expense, this is mapped over here. Then bank commission and charges. Okay, the next is insurance. Well, this head is not there. Okay, so let us clear this head for now. Then telephone mobile expenses, this is mapped. Then electricity expenses, then generator expense, then repair and maintenance, and printing and stationery. The next is interest expense. Then this is water expense, accounting charges, our audit fees, then vehicle and conveyance expense, this refreshment expense, then this depreciation. Okay, then this oh, let us have look that I have mapped this LFR recovery, but the ledger mapped here is depreciation account, so I need to correct this. So I again click Control Shift A, and I can see that this on this particular cell this ledger is mapped. This cross sign is with respect to the ledgers which are mapped on this particular cell. So depreciation is mapped here, and we clear the existing mapping from here, and again we select the correct ledger, that is LFR recovery charges for here, and then we select the correct ledger, depreciation, then newspaper and periodicals, pump maintenance, and then computer expenses. Okay, so now this asset side, then there on income side we have this scheme and discount and the ledger of round off. Now this round off is this expenses ledger which has a negative balance. That means either it can be net of from expense. We have selected current year net of option over here, right? So this is showing us that our option. But say for example, if we want to show it under income, we click it OK, and we manually change the sign. These all figures are editable figures. Okay. Now let us see which ledger remains to be mapped. Okay. So let's have a look at. Say select. Oh, this legal fees is yet to be mapped. Okay, so let us now change this insurance expense to legal fees, and we map legal fees over here. Okay, so the profit now is 594,327 and all the ledgers are mapped. Let us tally this with yes, it tallies with our profit and loss account. So this completes our mapping of profit and loss account. Let us now quickly move to the balance sheet. Let's start with the proprietor's capital account. Okay, now for the balance sheet the shortcut key is Control Shift Z and not Control Shift A. Okay, so Control Shift Z we start with. Now this is proprietor's capital account, and the profit and loss account will also clubbed under proprietor's capital account. Okay, so now this next is bank OD. Again I have pressed Control Shift A. Okay, old habits die hard, so again need to remember that the hotkey for balance sheet ledgers is Control Shift Z and not Control Shift A. So this Cosmos Bank under liabilities we select this, then HDFC Bank, this is housing loan from HDFC Bank, this is again HDFC Bank, this is hire purchase loan, and then this is unsecured loans. So again Control Shift A. So need to be careful a little bit about this, that we press Control Shift Z and these all are unsecured loans. So I select all of these, and the total of all this would be mapped here. Then again audit and legal fees. Yes. Then accounting charges. salary payable. These are all provisions. Okay, let us align it as properly. Now we come to fixed assets. So this is all list of fixed assets. We select all and map them all over here. Then we have investments. These are all investments. We select all and map them over here. The total is popped up. Then we have this loans and advances and deposits. So these are all loans, advances, okay, under assets. Okay, and then we need to maps deposits over here. So again, wrong selection, Control Shift Z. These are all deposits. Okay, and so we select all these deposits and map over here. Now this is stock in hand. There is no advance against purchase, I suppose. Yes, so we leave this set as it is. Then cash and bank balance is cash and bank accounts. These are the bank accounts under assets. Okay, now let us have a look that which ledgers now remain to be mapped. Okay, this head is not there in current year, so we delete this. Let us have a look that which ledgers are remaining. So this is assets under current assets is GST and TDS, and then there are sundry creditors and sundry debtors. Okay, so now instead of this, now we create here a new head of say sundry debtors. Okay, so there would be a schedule to this. We'll change the schedule numbers later. So let us first select debtors. Selected all the debtors, and then now we have this current assets selected. Okay, these all heads of current assets are here, so we select and this would add up to the total over there. Now what remains is the sundry creditors. So for this sundry creditors we insert rows over here to accommodate it. So let us quickly, we'll change the schedule number in sequence later on. So let us select creditors. These are all sundry creditors under liabilities. So we have selected all this, and let us see if any ledger remains to be mapped. Now this shows us that no ledger remains to be mapped over here. Okay, so let us now correct the internal totals. So this is correct, 5022. This total needs to be corrected. Okay, so we correct this total, and this shows us that balance sheet difference is 0, but we need to do certain refinements for alignment. Okay, so we shift it over here, and let us just hmm, okay, clear the, okay, refine the format. Now we need to have now a proper list of schedules. Now we need to move to schedules further. So for this purpose we need a proper list of schedules. So schedule A is okay with proprietor's capital account, B is okay. The creditors would be schedule C. Okay, let us also note down the number of this, because we need to prepare annexures. So this unsecured loans for proprietor's capital account, we need to have prepare a detailed proprietor's capital account depending on the ledger entries. So this will has to be prepared manually. And then schedule B, we can have a list of unsecured loans. So let us just note down which note numbers are mapped to this particular heads. For unsecured loans, note number is note 33, which is visible in comment. So it is note number is 33 for schedule B. So let us now just have a brief note. The schedule C is with sundry creditors, note number 46. So C is 46. Then again this will change to schedule D. Again, for fixed assets, we need to have the schedule in a particular format because there may be additions or deletions. So this has to be again prepared manually. So this will not be a list, but investments, it would be a list. So investments, it is under, say, note number 38. So investments 30, investment schedule investments is 38. Now this loans and advances changes to schedule F, and here it is note number 45. So F is 45, and then sundry debtors is schedule G, which is note number 44, and cash and bank balance is cash at bank is this, which is note number 43. Okay, so schedule G is note number 44, and this is H is 43. So we note down that G is 44 and H is 43. We move it. Now after this schedules are prepared, we correct the schedule number here also. Okay, and move forward to preparation of list. Now we come over to the schedules. This now let us this first clear the old data from here. Okay, and so we start. We want to populate list from row number 31 onwards. So we select row number 30 and press Control Shift Q over here. For the column letter for ledger names, we want ledger name to appear in column A, and so we mention here A, and the amounts to appear in column J. Okay, so J is the column for amounts. Now let us now select the notes from the selection box. We need 33, 46, 38. We need 33. Add to selection, then 46, 38, 45, say 46, 38, 45, 44 and 43, 44 and 43. Okay, we can change the sequence from using shift upwards and downwards button from over here, or remove the selection from this selection box. Okay, so now we click generate, and all these lists are auto populated over here. We need to just change the appropriate schedule names. Okay, you can put the schedule names over here, and these all lists are generated. Okay, so these financial statements are all ready now, and we can make this subsequent changes in this fixed asset schedule, notes to account schedule. Okay, and this is our schedule 1, observations with respect to 3CD regarding SSCs and tax auditors responsibilities. Okay, and this is, we can prepare the other sheets like clause 44 also. So this is how we can prepare the financial statements in this utility with the help of this ledger balances quickly at a click of a button, and in a error free manner. Now these financial statements are ready, and we can take a printout of this, and you need not worry about this orange color and the comments also, because this will not come in the final printout, so need not clear the colors from over here. Okay. Okay. So I hope this will help us in faster compliance in this tax audit season. Now, one more aspect is with respect to say change in say tally balances. Okay, so this button is here to click on a hard reset. This will reset the entire data, and you may import the fresh ledger balances in this utility. But one important point is this is not impacting our existing figures in this financial statements. And the facility is like, suppose if we change the ledger balances, then all these ledgers are again open for mapping over here after we complete all the steps from this 2 to 11. Okay, right, and there is also option of changing the financial statements option. Okay, we can change the choice of financial statements at any time and shift to option 1, 2, 3 or 4. Okay, so in this manner we can prepare the financial statements in this utility for the current financial year. Apart from this, the other functions are also available and refined now with respect to computation of 43 disallowance in 43BH, review and comparison of form number 3CD for current year, 3CD for 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, 2031, 2032, 2033, 2034, 2035, 2036, 2037, 2038, 2039, 2040, 2041, 2042, 2043, 2044, 2045, 2046, 2047, 2048, 2049, 2050, 2051, 2052, 2053, 2054, 2055, 2056, 2057, 2058, 2059, 2060, 2061, 2062, 2063, 2064, 2065, 2066, 2067, 2068, 2069, 2070, 2071, 2072, 2073, 2074, 2075, 2076, 2077, 2078, 2079, 2080, 2081, 2082, 2083, 2084, 2085, 2086, 2087, 2088, 2089, 2090, 2091, 2092, 2093, 2094, 2095, 2096, 2097, 2098, 2099, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006 review and this document preparation of this tax audit documentation, comparison of ITR with Form number 3CD, taking our office notes for the purpose of seamless collaboration with our team, and important aspect is boosting the speed of this utility so that this runs a little bit of faster, because it is very macro heavy and so sometimes may slow down a little bit. So we can use this button to boost the speed and save this workbook. And I hope you like this function in this utility, and you will find it certainly useful and time saving. We request to provide us feedback so that we will improve in future. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this lengthy video and sparing your time for this. Thank you so much.